Alright, what's up everybody? I'm back for part 2 here. I moved all my manga like this because I wanted access to my computer again. But yeah. So we're just gonna continue right along. Starting off here, we are going to the second shelf here. We're gonna put Oshinoko, and then follow it up. We're gonna put Kaguya-sama, Kaguya-sama, either way. I have basically all the volumes of Kaguya-sama. I'm like maybe like 3 or 4 behind, but those 3 or 4 are like the final 3 or 4 in the entire series. So yeah, after I catch up on those, I will have collected the entirety of Kaguya's manga, which is like 31 volumes. So that's kind of insane. But yeah. Killing Fit, volume 11 here. Yes, we can. From a famous builder. Now, there are 2 series that I really want to put on the shelf. 2 collections that I'm going to try to fit on this shelf. If not, we'll go to that shelf over there. But yeah, continuing on, get all the Kaguya on the shelf. Like I was saying, it's a lot. There are a lot of volumes, and I have a duplicate of 22 also. I have duplicate 22s. Sometimes when I go out for manga, I don't know what I need, and I see something, I just end up buying it. So that's how I end up with some duplicates. But alright, moving on to the series that are going on this top shelf. Well, really authors that are going on this top shelf. Starting off with Chainsaw Man. And I'm going to get as much Tatsuki Fujimoto stuff on that shelf as possible. I have like everything published by Tatsuki Fujimoto in English. Except for a few volumes of Fire Punch. But I'm gonna try to get those. That way I'll have a complete collection. When I say everything, I mean even the like 2 volumes of just like stories before Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I'm gonna fill the rest of that in later. Moving on down here, or continuing on, I should say. Tenjo Tenge, I believe. Now this is probably the rarest series in my collection. I don't even have all of it. I have as many as I can get in English of the single copies, which is not all of them. There are, as you can see, I missed some 15, but that's like 30 bucks, and I'm not gonna pay 30 bucks for a single volume, even if it would complete the collection. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. Yeah, so kind of sucks, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, as people like to say. Next up, we're gonna put some volumes up here. We got One Piece. I collected a few of the volumes, but then I started reading the manga online. And right now I'm kind of just taking a little break from reading One Piece. So yeah, if I can fit it here, there we go. All the One Piece on one shelf. This is all I have in my collection right now. Let's see. Alright, here we have 2 more that are going up on this first shelf. Look Back. And this is a very good one-shot. Goodbye Area, another very good one-shot. Both by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Really, one of the GOATs. Negihara and Tatsuki Fujimoto, they're probably my 2 favorite manga creators. Everything they've released that I've read has been good. I've enjoyed it. Sorry, this LED light is kind of in the way of this third shelf here. But we're going to start on this third shelf anyway. We're going to start off with Orient. This is from the creator of Magi, I believe. Orient. It's good. It's good enough I would recommend, but it's not one of my favorite series. I've kind of fallen behind on it. I believe the last one I read was like 9, 10 maybe. And I think it's up to like 18. So I'll catch up on it eventually, but not yet. I want to I want to keep reading other series more than I want to keep reading that one. Next up we have Alice 19. This series, it's old, but it's decent. You know, nothing all too special, but something that I could recommend that you would probably enjoy if you decided to check it out. We're gonna save this shelf for my light novel, so nothing's gonna go on there just yet. Next up, we're gonna put the Ice Blaze Sorcerer Shall Rule the World. I actually saw the anime for this one first, and it's very enjoyable. Volume 4 is right over here, luckily. Volume 3 of Kaguya. 2 more to go in the collection. But, yeah. It's a very enjoyable series, but I started reading the manga because, you know, isekai anime, they never really get a second season because they're all kind of just so generic, you could say. So, yeah, I just started reading the manga, but I think manga is still behind on where the anime left off. And, you know, if I want to complete the collection, then obviously I'll need to get the rest, but I'm going to wait a little longer till the anime until the manga catches up to the anime. Then I can just start binge reading it, really. Because isekais, I don't watch them because they're good necessarily. I enjoy watching them, otherwise I wouldn't watch them. But I watch them because they're fun. Yeah, I watch them because it's fun to watch. Yeah. Attack on Titan has a much better story, but I would say I enjoyed the Ice Blade Sorcerer more than I enjoyed Attack on Titan. Even though I can agree Attack on Titan has much better writing and characters. Well, in terms of like death and stuff like that. Moving on, we're gonna do Witch Hat Atelier. I like the series. I just haven't continued with it yet. It's good. Has great art. I would recommend it if you're looking for something new to check out. You got some free time. Next up, 3 volumes of Bungo Stray Dogs that I do have. I started reading this and I enjoyed it, but I just haven't continued on with it yet. I don't think I necessarily will. Eventually I will, but I don't know when. It's probably not going to be anytime soon if I do. Alright, moving on to the next author, the next series on this top shelf. We're going to do Blue Lock. I like Blue Lock a whole lot. The anime recently got a season 2 announcement coming out this October. And I think movie Nagi is coming out July, June, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I cannot say for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. And in the manga right now, I'm up to volume 11. Or I read through volume 11. So that is exactly where the anime left off, I believe. So volume 12 is already out. So the next time I go by Barnes & Noble, I will get it. And then I'll have already started season 2 technically. Or I'll started the content that's going to be in season 2. It's a better way of phrasing it. Next we have Sword Art Online manga. It's gonna go on this bottom shelf here. Next up, my 2 volumes are Arifureta. I enjoyed the anime, season 1 at least. Started season 2, didn't really stick around to finish it. So yeah. We're moving on over here to this shelf. Or actually, since we're right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my Fire Punch. Ooh. Okay. Fire Punch. And the short stories. The Tatsuki Fujimoto for Chainsaw Man. 17 through 21 and 22 through 26. Now, both of these probably will not fit. But I'll see what I can do. I'll set the camera up here. Let's see, so like this, 17. Oh, yeah, that doesn't leave enough room for all the Fire Punch. And let's see, I have the first 5 volumes. I'm still reading volume 2, as I'm making this video. So, yeah, that's really why I haven't continued with the rest of the series. 3, 4, and we can, if it's surprisingly, 5. Alright, so this shelf is probably the most enjoyable shelf. Right here, Chainsaw Man, Fire Punch, Look Back, Goodbye Eri, Before Chainsaw Man, and Blue Lock. This shelf gets a second for most enjoyable, and then this shelf at the end here gets 3rd, 4th. This is just like the top shelves ranking. Alright, so yeah, we're moving on to this one. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit hard to get to, because the manga is kinda in the way of me actually getting to the shelf. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of reaching over. Here we got, alright, we're gonna start at the shelf off. Seraph of the End, 1 and 2. Now, Seraph of the End, it's good, but it's hard to get your hands on the series. That's really why I only have like 15 volumes, because I enjoyed it a whole lot. I have the first 14 volumes, as you can see, but it's just so hard to get copies of it that, I really just stopped collecting it and kind of just lost interest. Yeah, come back over here, put this Chainsaw Man Buddy story down. Now, there was enough room for it. Yep. There is, just gotta do a little bit of squeezing. There we go. Looking good. Alright. So, I have another shelf right here. This is probably gonna, the top row is gonna work the same as these. It's gonna be for series that I enjoyed. Or series that I enjoyed more than others, you could say. So, yeah, continuing on. This second shelf, what can we put here? I'm going to go with my Tokyo Ghoul manga copies. Shelf is a little bit lower, so they're not like, they're like touching the roof or the ceiling of the floor of the other shelf. Yikes. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is a very good series. I can recommend it. It's very popular. So, yeah. Next up, we're gonna do Blue Period. I like this one. You know, something I can enjoy. Not something that I would necessarily say is my favorite, but I enjoy it. Does that make any sense? Kind of like didn't make much sense, but at the same time it did. Like, I enjoy the series, but it's not the best. It's good, but it's not the best one in my collection. So, yeah. Shelf is not big enough to have these types of volumes on it. Next up, we're gonna put, no, we can fit maybe like 1-2 more volumes there. So here, we're gonna put Naruto, first 2 volumes. Are the only 2 Naruto volumes I own. I own a little bit of One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I was trying to collect the big 3, but, you know, that kind of didn't work out because there are too many volumes to really try to do that at one time. Moving on, next up, we're gonna do, sorry, I just gotta rearrange this, get it all together. My Hero Academia. I think it goes to, yeah, there we go. I have not read 35 yet, or no, 34. Yeah, I haven't read 34 yet, but apart from that, My Hero manga is been good. This one, it's not going on the bottom of the shelf because it's not enjoyable. I would recommend My Hero. I think most people would, because My Hero is a good series. It's going on the bottom shelf, so it's over with all its shonen friends. Because, yeah, I have a lot of shonen, and I still have a lot of manga to put away. Alright, moving on. Next, we're going to do Blue Exorcist. This series is decent. Not bad, but it's not the best. That's like the best way I can put it. Like, it's enjoyable to read every now and then, read or watch because it has an anime, but it's definitely not something that you're gonna be like falling in over. Next up, we're gonna do Ayashimon and Dan Dan Dan, all on this bottom shelf. Ayashimon is by the author of Hell's Paradise, and it's good, but it got canceled, so I only have that 1 volume. Then we got Dan Dan Dan. It's good, but it's strange. It's like the best way I can put it. Strange. Now, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and get down Gigant. This series is, well, it's good, but it's also crazy. Yeah, just read at your own risk, I guess. May sound a lot worse than it actually is. Still, like, bad, but it's not like bad. That doesn't make much sense. But I mean, hey, it's not the point of this video isn't to make sense, to rearrange my manga collection. Alright, next up we're doing Toy Bound Hanako-kun. I have the first 9 volumes. This one is enjoyable. I think the anime is getting a remake soon, so if you want to check that out, I can recommend it. It's an enjoyable series. Next up, we're gonna do Spirit Circle. This one, it's like 6 volumes, but the other volumes are way too much. Like, this series is, I bought volume 1 and 2 because they were cheap. I was looking for more manga to read, but it's good, but the other volumes, they just cost way too much money for me to continue reading it. Like, it's like $50 for 1 volume. And there are like 3 other volumes. I'm not paying $50 for 1 volume, let alone $150 for 3. Alright, moving on. We have my light novel shelf. So I'm just gonna slide some of this out the way. That way we can get to the light novels. Well, light novels and I guess slime. Because I have the 2 slime light novels, but then I also have like 10, maybe like 6 volumes of the manga. So yeah, it's also gonna go there. So just gonna slide Toradora over. I have all 10 volumes of Toradora. It goes from 1 to 4 right now. 2, 3, and 2 and 3 are just somewhere over in that pile. So I'll get to those later. We're gonna start with That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Yeah, highly recommend it. It's enjoyable and has action. It has basically everything. Like, it kind of mixes like every genre you could want in an isekai. Like, it's slow, but at the same time it has action. Or slow at the same, but at the same time it can have action, while also not losing any plot. And that is something that's kind of hard to do. If you want to make a series too actiony, you're gonna lose some plot. Unless you're like just very talented at writing. But yeah, very good series. Toradora, very good romance series. If you're interested in that type of stuff, definitely check it out. It's one of the OGs in the category of romance. Next up, or not next up, but I got to 2 and 3 of Toradora, so just slide that over. I didn't want it to fall, but it still did. No big deal though. Alright, so Toradora, I read volume 1, and it's enjoyable. Now, I'm not necessarily a big novel reader. I don't really read that many novels, but Toradora is still enjoyable, even if you're not a big fan of novels. Alright. So, next up, we're gonna, because this is still the light novels, we're gonna do my 2, well, no, we're not gonna do my 2 Jujutsu Kaisen light novels. We're gonna do the Naruto official fan book, number 1, and then Naruto official character data book, number 2, on this shelf. And then after that, we're gonna move on to Sword Art Online. I just moved this series to later. Sword Art Online is my favorite series of all time. Like I said, it's not about writing, it's about enjoyability for me. And Sword Art Online is definitely enjoyable. I have fun watching the show, which is a good thing. I think you should have fun reading a series or watching a series. Yeah. It's not looking like there's enough room for all this on this shelf, which I thought there would be, but I might have been wrong. Oh yeah. Alright, so moving this over, Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover, moving those over for now. We're gonna start out this shelf to make more room on this one. probably leave volume 6 of Slime on this shelf. Slide this over. Alright, the reason I'm trying to leave volume 6 on is because, alright, then we're moving volume 6 over. I was gonna say the reason I'm trying to leave volume 6 in is so the shelf doesn't have all too much empty space. Because I want these shelves to have the least amount of space possible. Not because, you know, well, because I want to like save space. There we go. Fits kind of perfectly, I guess you could say. Alright, moving on now. A lot of this, having it piled up in front of the shelf that I'm trying to access, it's a little more difficult. Moving on, we're gonna do Xenolands, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I haven't like read it yet. About the first 4 volumes because I got a good deal at Books A Million for them. So yeah. Moving on, Solo Leveling. I have the first 3 volumes. I haven't read them, but I've seen the first 5 episodes of the anime. And yeah. Alright, moving on. We have Yumu Make His Move. So I got these 4 during the Right Stuff deal. I was really just trying to get new series to check out. So I got a few. Some of them I might have liked. I don't really remember what I got, but this one, it's good enough that you want to read it, but it's not good enough that you'll necessarily want to spend money to read it. It's like it's a mid-series, putting it bluntly. Alright, moving on, I'm gonna do Hell's Paradise, a very good series. This one I can recommend. You know, it's a little like bloody, I guess, like gory, bloody, whichever way you want to put it, but it is a good series, good characters, good action. It's very enjoyable. So yeah, I would recommend it. I don't know if I can recommend the anime. I haven't seen it, but I can definitely recommend the manga because it's good. I remember reading this first volume distinctly because it was New Year's when I first read it. So I was downstairs waiting for the New Year's clock to tick because I live in a 2-story house. I was waiting for the clock to hit, you know, midnight, so it would officially be 2023. And I was reading this one. It took me 55 minutes to read it, I'm pretty sure. But I was sitting down there and reading it, and yeah, I liked it a lot, so I got the rest of the series. I have yet to complete it, but I believe I was on 9 or 10, so I don't have that much left. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish the series some point soon. Alright, to finish the shelf off, we're gonna have Battle Angel Alita. I read the first volume. I got it from Books A Million. It was good. You know, I think I read the second and third, but I haven't really continued reading it. But from what I have read, it's good. I would be able to recommend checking it out, but there's not enough space for all this manga. Gotta like scoot things out of the way just so I can get to the shelf. That one's full. Alright, see what we can do. See how much wiggling room we can get. Read up 24 Sword Art Online. Come on to this shelf. Can I fit 20? That would free us up enough space to move 6 of slime back. Sword Art 20. Yes, it can fit. Alright. So that should give us enough space to move back volume 6 of slime, which I believe it's about as thick as volume 6 of Battle Angel Alita. Moving one volume 6 for another. Now let's see if we can get this in here. And there we go. That shelf is now, these shelves are now like fit in there, except for this one. I could probably fit 20 back on there. But, well, yeah, let's see how this would look. Alright, 20, you're gonna stay here. Alright, decently packed shelves. So, I have all this manga left, but I only have this one shelf left. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video to arrange that one. Peace.